Sword Art Online Episode 4. The adventure continues on a bit of a side mission, which introduces us to a beast tamer known as Celica. As far as her origin, we get to see she had a disagreement with her prior party, and this is where she had to start adventuring on her own. It's then where there's this unusual encounter where she gets overwhelmed by a bunch of monsters that ends up taking out her own team, Pina. She was in complete despair. Luckily, Kirito comes out of nowhere, taking out the monster, saving her. This is when things really start picking up. Kirito's like, hey, there's this special flower that you can get, and it can actually revive your pet. You only got 3 days. And it kind of goes from this point where he gives her some gear and says, hey, I'm gonna come along with you. We're gonna go get it. That's how this adventure starts. As it goes on, we get some details about her other party. They found her as this like cutesy mascot girl. I'm like, whatever, I get it. She's supposed to be a cute character. And then she like starts to fall in love with Kirito, and it's very clear. They have a little bit of a freaky scene for what it is. She was about to let him in, and she wasn't really wearing anything. It was quite revealing, and I'm like, yeah, we don't really have to go here. Let's just get back to the game and the mission, which they reluctantly do, and we get to see that they're being spied on. They can't quite catch anyone. Things get sped up once again. There's this whole time thing going on, and we're finally on the floor that they need to be. That is where they're going to be able to get this flower in order to revive her pet. They get it, they're about to head back, and they end up getting jumped. It actually ends up being a plot twist that was pretty clear. I felt like you could kind of see it. It ends up being Rosalia, the same one behind Silica's fallen out in the beginning. She was bait for other PKers. She would have like a green icon while the rest will have the red, orange, or whatever it is whenever they kill players. And that's kind of what it turns into. But the thing is, Kirito was ready for this. He ends up pulling out a teleport stone and sending them all to prison, which was pretty insane. As for the ending, it's actually one of those weirder ones. So Kirito had a prior thing that went on where he actually knew about these PKers, and what he was doing with Silica was that he was actually trying to bait them out. So that was the whole reason he even did this in the first place. But at the end of the day, he had a really fun time, and Silica, for some reason, really likes him, but it seems at least she likes him like a brother. So I guess that is better than what we were thinking before. With all that, I rate this episode an 8. I want to know what you guys' thoughts are on Sword Art Online Episode 4. Hope you guys stay safe. Until next time, peace out, guys.